Venom has been, for a long time, guys, my favorite villain in just comic book history. I've absolutely loved the character, and I even, more so than Venom, have even loved Carnage a little bit more. And these are two characters that I'm so excited about seeing on screen together, which is what we're expecting because the new Venom movie is called Venom Let There Be Carnage, and I'm extremely excited about this. I know a lot of other people are as well. The first Venom movie with Tom Hardy playing as Venom got mixed reviews. I was one of those people who actually really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see kind of where they go with it, and I'm hoping that they start introducing, Spider-Man to, the Venom universe and all of that. I think it would actually make for a really interesting story, how they can maybe tie it in to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that being said, though, guys, I want to talk about, in this segment of the show, everything that we know so far about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. So let's get into it. In an article, guys, that was written by Rick Marshall and Chris Gates of Digital Trends, everyone's favorite symbiote is back and he's bringing friends. So, guys, I'm not alone when I say Venom is one of my favorite villains of all time in all the comic books. I mean, you could obviously, him and Carnage, I would almost say that they're almost even. Carnage, I'd say a little bit, is more so something that just a character I can't wait to see on the big screen. But of course, guys, I love Joker. I love like all these other, different characters, Thanos. I mean, a lot of other characters out there in comic book history that I absolutely adore. But these two, and Venom, since in particular that we're talking about, I love this character. Let me know who your favorite comic book villain is in the comment section below. Sony Pictures' Venom cast Tom Hardy as Spider-Man's longtime nemesis, and although the 2018 film didn't click with critics, audiences loved its campy charm. The anti-hero character will only become more important to Sony's plans with the release of Venom Let There Be Carnage, which received a new release date and its official title in the most recent update. It's directed by Andy Serkis, which is huge, guys, because Andy Serkis, of course, he played as Caesar in the Planet of the Apes. He played as Golem in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This guy is an incredible actor, number one. But number two, I'm excited to see what he does with this. Now, he made Mowgli, I think was the last movie that he made. And I haven't seen that, so I couldn't really give you an idea of how well it was. I know it got kind of mixed to poor reviews. But nonetheless, Andy Serkis, guys, I think is the perfect guy for something like this. Venom Let There Be Carnage is scheduled to hit theaters June 25th of 2021 and will bring back Hardy as Eddie Brock, Venom's human host, as well as Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, the murderous host of a new symbiote, Carnage. I don't know what I think about Woody Harrelson, guys, playing as Carnage, but nonetheless, I'm just excited to see Carnage on the big screen. Michelle Williams and Reed Scott will also return for the sequel, with Naomi Harris joining the cast. So the release date as well as the title, guys. So this was a movie that was originally scheduled to hit theaters in October. Venom Let There Be Carnage had its release date pushed back to June 25th, 2021 due to the effects of the pandemic. On the same day that the movie's new premiere date was announced, the studio also revealed the film's full official title. And honestly, guys, I think that the name is perfect. Venom Let There Be Carnage will follow the release of Morbius, another Spider-Man spin-off feature which debuted several months earlier in March of 2021 and stars Jared Leto as the titular vampire anti-hero. We've seen some set photos, and so the set photos up to this point, guys, look pretty interesting. I think it looks like, honestly, it looks really cool to see not only Tom Hardy but also Woody Harrelson in some of these set photos. And look, at the end of the day, guys, they're just set photos, right? They're not, they'll give you a little bit of some, an idea of maybe the location where they're shooting the film and such, but overall, they're not going to give you a whole lot, at least right now. Now, later on, as production is coming to a close and such, they're going to start showing us a lot more. Tom Hardy gave the world its first look at Woody Harrelson as Carnage in Venom 2 in mid-February, courtesy of a stylized photo of the actor posted on Instagram. And so the photo was removed a short time later, but not before sparking plenty of discussion online. The photo doesn't reveal Carnage's signature red and black symbiote, a variation on Venom's own black and white costume, but the colors of Harrelson's shirt do seem to be a nod to Cletus Cassidy's vicious alter ego. And that's I mean, look, like I said, I don't know what I think about Woody Harrelson in particular playing as Carnage. I thought Tom Hardy was going to play an incredible Venom. I don't know so much about with Harrelson, even though I think he's a great actor. I just don't know how he's going to do as Carnage. But nonetheless, we won't know until we see, you know, the full movie. You probably know Serkis as the man behind The Lord of the Rings is Gollum, War of the Planet of the Apes is Caesar, and Star Wars The Last Jedi Supreme Leader Snoke. But the veteran motion capture artist is going behind the camera on Venom 2 to serve as the film's director. While Serkis is most famous for his motion capture characters, the English filmmaker does have directorial experience. In 2017, Serkis released his first feature film, Breathe, which starred Andrew Garfield and The Crown's Claire Foy. In 2018, Serkis' performance capture-heavy adaptation of The Jungle Book, Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle, arrived on Netflix after a brief theatrical run. And so, like I already said, guys, I'm really excited about seeing Andy Serkis as the director. I think this will be a perfect franchise for him to kind of continue his directorial work. Now, of course, guys, Harrelson, I said, you know, as well as Tom Hardy are going to be the two main people in the story, of course. But then, kind of getting into the Spider-Verse, Venom was only the beginning. In addition to a second Venom movie, Sony is currently developing a handful of live-action films based on supporting Spider-Man characters, including Morbius, the Living Vampire, the Black Cat, and Madame Web, among other rumored projects. Sony also has a number of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse spin-offs in pre-production, including a feature following an all-female team of spider heroes, a direct sequel to the first movie focusing on the relationship between Gwen and Miles Morales, and a number of animated TV projects. Which is super exciting, guys. I mean, that they're really taking Spider-Man, and now with Venom, and they're really trying to build this, I mean, just like a big franchise. Obviously, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, guys, is massive at this point, but Sony's kind of playing their part in continuing to grow and build that scene as it is. But overall, guys, look, we know a decent amount about the movie. I mean, we know, like, the characters, overall, at least, unless there's going to be some surprises. We know who's going to be, you know, the cast. We're going to know for the crew kind of behind the camera. We're also we know a few things, right? Because, of course, they've been releasing things here and there on the movie. But overall, there's still a lot of mystery to the story and to the movie. And look, when I went into Venom, I went into this thing expecting just a fun blockbuster movie. And that's exactly what I'm expecting with Venom 2, or Venom Let There Be Carnage. I think there is something special here, not only for Venom as a franchise, but also just for Spider-Man continuing that legacy. And I'm really excited where they go with this. I'm going to be interested to see where they go with Woody Harrelson's character as Carnage, where they're going to go, of course, with Tom Hardy as Venom, where these characters are going to end up. Are we going to see, you know, Tom Holland, the one who plays Spider-Man? We're going to see him make a surprise appearance in this movie. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I'm just excited nonetheless to see the continuation of this, because the Venom character that we had, of course, in Spider-Man 3 that came out a number of years ago by Sam Raimi, I would have to say, guys, that I just didn't like the portrayal of the character, and I know a lot of other people didn't either, and so I'm excited to see them continue like a solo Venom movie, and that's going to be something pretty interesting, I think, to witness. But let me know what you guys are most excited about in the comment section below about Venom Let There Be Carnage, and for more Venom Let There Be Carnage content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.